What's up, you guys? You know you're tuned in to Tea with MiraB on Tapping Radio with your girl MiraB. And today I have a special guest in the building with me who goes by the name of
Stone Cold Alston, what's good?
Okay. Now I'm Stone Cold Alston. I'm loving the energy off rip. I see the Jersey City versus everybody. You know the Jersey energy.
All day.
Okay, I love to see you repping.
Always. Everywhere I go.
Okay, as you should. Now let's get right into it because you just released your single. What is it? Just released? Old to me. Old Me New Me.
So Old Me New Me, it's been out. I actually dropped that on my birthday, June 13th. But I dropped a video recently in the past few weeks or whatever. But I'm still pushing this slow burn.
Okay. Now I said because you got two Geminis in the building. That means you got a third one in the building.
Of course.
Okay. So all three of us is Geminis in the building. Look at that. Shout out to the Geminis. Okay. Now I see that you did in your single. You did a reference to Friday. The My Neck and My Back thing, and then also you did the comparison with Steven Urkel and Stefan. Mm-hmm. So I want to know what black classics. Name 2 movies and 2 shows, or what black classics did you grow up on?
Shit, a lot, but we're gonna have to go with as far as shows.
Yeah,
Fresh Prince.
Okay.
Martin.
Okay.
And when it comes to movies, and so many I could pick from, we got Friday. I'm gonna go with Friday. Then I'm gonna go with. Dang, I'm going with Juice, man. We need to bring back.
Okay.
We need to bring back those.
A lot of people sleep on Juice. A lot of people don't really know about Juice like that.
Nah, not me. I could tell you, we could get into a acting session right now, and
and you'll tell me all about it.
Bishop right now.
Okay. That's what's up. Now, also on your Instagram, I see that you posted that no one works as hard as you, and you kind of posted your notes. And I see that you got over 1,000 notes. Are you the type of person that when you think of a lyric or you think of something, you got to write it down immediately? I'm trying to figure out how you got to 1,000.
Immediately, no man. Shit. Can we curse?
No, you good. You good. What's your creative process like?
Immediately. It don't matter. Sometimes I wake up out of my sleep. If I come up with a ball, I may be going to the bathroom, or if I'm driving, or if I'm on a train and I think of something, I'm going to write it down. So, but what's crazy about that is I actually lost probably 400 of my notes.
Oh, man.
My phone updated on
400 though?
Crazy.
Oh, man.
So, but yeah, it's, I ain't going to say, I'm sure there's somebody probably at work as hard as me out there, but I don't know them.
Right.
I know the work I put in personally.
Right. And that's the confidence you got to have. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure that in this business, it could get discouraging, especially as far as COVID goes. So tell us how COVID affected you and what ways you kind of overcame.
COVID. All right. So I've been doing music for a while, but I haven't really put out anything real. In the past maybe 5 years, I only really released maybe 4 songs.
Wow.
So, and this year, I released my second project since 2013.
Okay.
So, the past few years, I've just been getting back in the mix of things. But when COVID happened, I already planned on putting out music in 2020. But when COVID happened, it really pushed me even more because I'm like, look how the world could just shut down. And if it was to end tomorrow, what will my legacy be?
Right.
So that pushed me to, okay, let me jump back into music. Because even though I haven't been putting out music really, all of that time, all of these years, every time I go somewhere, people still ask, yo, when you going to drop this? When you going to drop that? So the demand was still there.
Right.
So it never really discouraged me as far as oh, I ain't putting on out, so maybe I should fall back. Nah, the demand was always there. It's just the timing wasn't because of life, life issues. And speaking of life, I'm going to throw that in my movie mix too. I got to put that in there. I don't know if y'all know. Life!
Okay. You said you're going to throw life in your movie mix? Explain.
No, because we were just talking about black classics.
Right.
And at the time, I ain't think of it. But
the movie life. That's what I was saying. I'm like,
yeah.
Okay. That's definitely a good one. Definitely a good one. Can't lie. Now, speaking of Instagram, right, I'm going to read this. I'm going to read something because you're pretty passionate on your Instagram. I can see that of you. And so I'm going to read something that you wrote. one sec, and then I kind of want you to explain to us what made you post this, and then I need you to answer the question, the infamous question, does Jersey support Jersey? Okay, hold on. Now, you said some of y'all be screaming y'all all for helping each other and working together. All that BS, that sound good, but y'all actions say another thing. Y'all don't really be down to help each other, and y'all are never beneficial unless it benefits you. I see through it.
Yeah, facts. And ain't even like nothing that's like, I mean, I guess you can say that's personal to me, but it ain't like just coming from my personal experience. Right. It's just, I see how people move. Like, when it's time, for example, right? When Fetty Wap first blew up, and this isn't like nothing against Fetty Wap. When Fetty Wap first blew up, Drewski and a few other people did a Jersey meeting, actually in Elizabeth at I think Doche's at the time. But and everybody, when they was there, they was like, yo, we need to work together, let's do this, it's time, this our time. And those same people, when it comes to working with each other, I don't see it. And it's like,
were you in attendance?
Yeah, I was there.
Okay.
So it's like when it's time to work, people put the money over the art, or they say, yo, we need to do this for Jersey, but when it's time, if you ain't popping, right, they not checking for you, or they gonna try to tax you, or so it's not genuine to me. Right. So they say they with it, they with the movement, but
you ain't getting that. That's not what you feel.
It's really annoying, but I mean, I feel like I'm leading by example. Okay. Because I'm doing it.
Okay, and that's what matters most. Okay, I know it may get discouraging at those times. So what are you saying in those low points, like when you don't feel that support like you need?
I don't trip. That's why I hit the road. Like, I always been, for years, you can find me, D.C., Atlanta, North Carolina. I lived in Charlotte for 9 months. I used to say I was in Charlotte for a baby. Because it's 9 months. I don't have any kids, but I lived in Charlotte for 9 months. So I'm always on the road. So, and I always be trying to preach. I've been even years back, 2013, 2012, telling my people, yo, we got to get out of Jersey. We need to see other places. We need to hit the road because they gonna catch up. They're gonna catch up. But sometimes when you're local, when you seem like you're local, they're not going to respect it as much until they see everybody else catching on. Then they going to jump on later. Right. So I don't really get discouraged about people not supporting. Because if they not supporting me, I'm going to go and find the support. Right,
right. And that's what matters most. I love the mentality. I definitely love that because sometimes that's the type of mentality you gotta have, especially when many times you may feel like people are against you or people aren't supporting you and you don't see it, so you don't want to keep going. But you gotta be your number one cheerleader. Sometimes it takes you to put that pat on your back. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So that's what's up. I love it. I love it.
Kanye was his only supporter for a long time. Like, Rockefeller didn't want him putting out records. They wanted him to be a producer, but he kept on through all them years. He kept on. Nah, I'm a rapper too. I'm a rapper, and
look at him today.
If he would have just kept himself in that box or let them discourage him, we wouldn't know the Kanye that we know today. We would have just knew the blueprint Kanye, producing for Jay, producing for Beans, producing for etc. You can just throw etc. in there. So if you let somebody discourage you, you ain't want it bad enough in the first place.
Okay. Love it. Now, speaking of Kanye, who are some of your inspirations in music? Like, who do you look up to?
I don't really no, I'm just kidding. Because I hate when the rappers get the answers when they be like, nah, I don't listen to nobody but me.
Lil Wayne.
All right, so Tupac, my favorite rapper.
Okay, as he should. Another Gemini.
Outside of Tupac, you got my favorites. Let's say that I listen to the most. You got Drake. I love Drake.
Okay, versatile, very versatile.
Definitely versatile. You got DMX is one of my favorites.
Okay, that's new.
Yeah, Kanye, Meek, and Kendrick. Now that's not saying I don't listen to nobody else. I think even though Tupac is my favorite, I think for overall what he accomplished, I think Jay-Z is the greatest.
Okay.
So I'm not biased at that. But these are my personal favorites. So that's not to say I don't like anybody else, but these are the people I feel like I took the most from.
And I see that connection in your sound because Kendrick and Tupac kind of had that poetic flow to their music. So would you kind of like do that in your music? Would you try to paint a story?
Nah, definitely. It's more to come. It's definitely in there. It's definitely in there.
Okay. More to see. Now, speaking of your visuals, right? In your new song that you released, well, on your birthday, you said you released your song. I seen that you had posters up that said, the famous saying. I call it Nas because I don't like to say the N words, ain't ish. But yeah, so you know what I'm talking about. So you had a lot of things pertaining to that image. So why? Why so?
It's just all right. So before I even. All right, so these are different songs. So when I get to that song, I'll explain. But so this is for you're talking about my video for my Make You Thick song and my Block song. And in that video, it was like a TV show concept.
Okay.
So this is just what I'm just trying to take myself out of it, and I'm trying to paint a picture of what's really going on. Females feel like that, so I feel like if you was to go to one of these shows that's based around that, especially like the theme of the video, cheating, etc. That's what you're gonna see.
Right.
They're putting their thoughts and their emotions into the what do you call that?
Like what on a poster?
The posters and the boards. I got the idea from old wrestling, like back in the day, like Attitude Era wrestling, where it was like they used to have they still do, but I haven't watched wrestling probably like 10
they
years.
still do.
But they got the signs and stuff.
Right.
I feel like that'd be a dope twist because like you watch Maury or Jerry Springer, they don't really have signs. So I thought I would like mix that, but that's how females feel. So
very true.
I had to put it all on there. I had the money sign. I had the Nas ain't sorry Nas. Lil Nas X too. Nas ain't shit.
Right.
The I don't remember all the signs, but I was just doing what I feel like females in that situation would want to get across.
Right. And when we were off air earlier, we were kind of talking about rappers who have made it after a certain age, and we know that you're out of your 20s at the moment. So do you feel discouraged? Did you ever feel like, man, like it might be too late for me?
Nah. So my birthday was June 13th. I just hit 3-0. So, and like I said, my Old Me New Me song, I released that. I recorded that on my birthday. So the crazy thing, and I'm going to get into that. The crazy thing about that song is I wasn't supposed to release that song probably until about August or so. But when I dropped the song, when I recorded it, I sent it to a few people. I sent it to maybe 5 or 6 people, and the reaction was so crazy and immediate that it was like you drop this right now. Literally 2 days later, I put the song out, and I feel like they chose it and they forced my hand. But yeah, like if you look at it's not about who get there first; it's about who stay there longest.
Right.
Like if you look at Jay-Z, arguably the greatest, he didn't put his first album out until he was 26. Now, mind you, he been rapping the late 80s. He was around. But he haven't put his first album out until he was 26.
Right.
And he accomplished more than almost anybody. You look at 2 Chainz. I mean, I don't want to get away these dudes' ages, but it's out there.
Right.
2 Chainz. If you look at their age compared to when they blew up, you can see Plies was about 33 when he blew up. Like if you look at Plies now, he's about 43 or something like that. Look at Rick Ross. Rick Ross is, if I'm not mistaken, he's about to turn 43. He came out 2006. That's when he blew up. Like look at the age. DJ Khaled. So that don't really matter to me because there's a blueprint for it. Not only is there a blueprint for it, but listen, people live until they 70, 80. You're not. Jay-Z been said, what he say? 20, 30 the new 20. So I mean 40 the new 30.
Right.
So we ain't been on this earth that long. Like we're not even. If people really live to 70, 80. I'm talking about on the average, not like, because obviously there's people that live to be 105.
Right.
But I'm talking about if, let's say, 80 is the age. Let's say 70 is the age.
You say the average age is
We're
85,
not even halfway through life.
Right.
You could be 40 years old and not even halfway through life. So that don't matter. Jay-Z's, 51, 52 right now, and he's still putting out music. He's showing you how to age gracefully in music. So
right.
Ain't nothing. Then you can get on like Chief Keef at 16, and by the time you're 20, you're washed. Or whoever, Soldier Boy. By the time you're 20, 22, you're washed. So would you rather get on at 16, at 18, and be done by 25, or would you rather get on at 26 or 30 or 32 or whatever age and have longevity?
Right. Well, it depends on your work ethic, but also you named a lot of men in the rap game. Shout out to Nicki Minaj. Today is her birthday.
Definitely.
She just turned
Happy birthday,
37 Nikki. Or 38 to be exact. So my question to you is, do you think that the same can apply to women? Like, because men can rap about life experiences, whereas the women, these days rap about, their sex appeal and whatever have you. So do you think that the same thing applies for women? As far as
aging?
As far as aging and beginning a rap career or remaining in the industry after a certain point?
Yeah. Somebody just got to set the blueprint. Somebody just got to set the trail for them to follow. Because nothing's impossible. It was a lot of stuff. Who thought Nicki would break Aretha's record? Speaking of Nicki.
Right.
Have all those Billboard hits or whatever. So, yeah, they definitely can do it. You just have to... move accordingly, and your music and your content have to age with you.
Right.
You can't be, if you're, let's say, okay, you're Nicki, let's say you're 37, it's going to be hard for you if you're still trying to appeal to the 18-year-olds or whatever. But as long as you got that fan base that's going to grow with you, and you're giving them something of substance that they want to continue to follow you, right. Of course you can. Look how Jay-Z flipped it, not to bring it back to the men, but he started talking about wealth and buying land.
Right,
and
how to invest,
credit.
Right.
So it's like, as long as you got something people want to hear, you can stay around as long as you want to be.
Okay. I love the mentality, Alston. I love the mentality. Now, if you guys know, you're kicking it with your girl, MiraB. We're about to go on a quick break, but when we come back, we'll be having that question of the day. Question of the day for today is, if a woman hits a man and he hits her back, is he wrong? Tweet me or write me your answers on Instagram at TWithMiraB, TEAWITHMIRAB. Twitter has an underscore at the end. Instagram does not. Tweet me or write me on Instagram and let me know your answer. If a woman hits a man and he hits her back, is he wrong? We'll be right back on Tea with MiraB. What's up, guys? You're officially tuned in to Tea with MiraB on Tapping Radio with your girl, MiraB. Today, I got a special guest in the building with me who goes by the name of Stone Cold Alston. Now, before we went to break, I asked you guys the question of the day, which was, if a woman hits a man and he hits her back, is he wrong? Hit me up on Instagram and let me know your answers at Tea with MiraB or on Twitter at Tea with MiraB with an underscore at the end. Let me know, is he wrong? 30% of you said she shouldn't have hit him. And 70% of you said he is absolutely wrong regardless. Now, Stone Cold Alston, what are you thinking?
See, it's that regardless thing that always get to me, right?
Okay.
So I don't condone like domestic violence either way. Like I never hit a female.
Right.
So, but my thing is this: even though I don't condone a male hitting a female. For females, I feel like y'all should keep your hands to yourself too. Okay. For the simple fact that a lot of females hide behind the regardless. Like you just said, a lot of them say they're wrong regardless. Because they know that the public and everyone else is going to be on their side. They're not going to want to hear. They're not going to wait to get the story. Oh, what happened? Well, she woke me up out of my sleep, hit me in the head with a frying pan 3 times and tried to stab me. They ain't going to even care about that. They just going to say you wrong regardless. I didn't see situations where, like being in the store, a female like just teeing off on a dude and everyone just standing around, nothing happening. The moment he goes to grab her, yo, what you doing? I don't like that. I don't think that's right. So
what's the answer for you?
I think a guy shouldn't put his hands on a female.
But neither should a woman.
I also think they need to keep their hands to themselves too, because in some situations, it's like I might be like, "Damn, though, you ain't had to do it like that." But then I might look at her and be like, "You was pushing them."
Okay. Well, I'm glad you said that. I was gonna ask you: is there such thing as like he did too much? Like, sometimes they say a pluck doesn't equal a slap. So
in certain situations, but it's
in
like
certain situations.
And I'm saying it's a pluck doesn't equal a slap in certain situations. But then again, on the flip side, you can't control how somebody react.
That's very true.
Like you could come behind, like if I go behind someone and mush them in the back of the head, and they turn around and punch me in the face, I can't be like, "Well, I only mush you,
right?
But you shouldn't have touched me." Like you can't control how I'm gonna react. Mm-hmm. So even though I do think punching me in the face might be too far, but I can't. To you, it might be justified. Like if I punch you in the face and you come back and stab me, I'm gonna be like, "Well, I shouldn't have punched them." So it's like,
right.
That's it.
Okay, well, you guys heard it here. Just keep your hands to yourself, everybody. That's what it is. It's not too late to answer my question. Hit me up on Instagram at @TeaWithMiraB and let me know.
And don't try to say I hate black women because of that or nothing like that.
Well,
they try to flip it on you. They be like, "Oh, he's not protecting black women." No, it ain't that. I'm actually trying to protect y'all by telling y'all.
No, you fair. I think that we all should just keep our hands to ourselves. Unfortunately, sometimes we have some toxic people and some toxic behavior that is glorified in our generation, where people believe, getting mad equals smacking somebody or putting your hands on somebody, and that's just not the case. My mom always said, if a guy hits you, you better expect them to hit you back. No, if you hit a guy, you better expect them to hit you back. Okay, bam.
Before we even get off this topic, let me show y'all like the difference between perspectives, right? Mm-hmm. So if y'all don't know about the Anna Marie situation with her allegedly shooting
her best friend in the forehead,
over whatever issues. It was the guy that she shot allegedly. And in the comments, all of the not all of them, but a lot of females are saying, "Oh, see, that's why you don't play with people's emotions," or "See, y'all gonna push these women too far." Or a lot of it was excuses for her and no like sympathy for the victim. Mm-hmm. Now compare that, and I don't even want to get into this topic too much, but compare that to the Tory Lanez situation, to where it's like when it's a male on a female, it's like, "Oh, I don't care, he's wrong."
Absolutely.
But they're not holding each other accountable,
right,
when it's the other way around. So it's like...
Great comparison. I must say, great comparison. As far as the Tory and Meg thing, I try to stay out of that, because if you know me, you know, listen, look, I've been rocking with Tory for the longest, but right is right and wrong is wrong. Yeah. You understand?
My thing is, with Tory is, so when that first happened...
We weren't there. Let me put that out there,
No,
too.
exactly.
We weren't there.
Exactly. And that's why I'm about to say what I'm about to say. When that first happened, I was like, that's some bull. Fuck Tory. How you gonna be out here shooting? But then I stepped back, and I was like, we wasn't there. We don't know the situation. We don't know what happened. We don't even have the picture of what happened. Right. So I'm gonna take myself out of this situation and wait for all of the rest of the evidence to come back before I put this man on a cross.
Which we still have yet to see.
We still have yet to see. And but what I will say is, if he is guilty, then fuck Tory. But if he's not guilty, and the story come back to where
now Meg wasn't truthful,
then we should have that same energy and she should be held accountable.
Absolutely. But as of right now, we still don't know. We weren't there. So that leads you to my next question. Do you think that we can separate the art from the person? And just because at the end of the day,
I do.
Okay, great. I'm glad you said it. Maybe it's a Gemini thing. But at the end of the day, we don't support these artists for their personal lives. We don't care what they have going on, flashy cars and stuff. We care about the music that they put out. So why is it that we can't remove who they are, their character, and just completely support them for their sound?
I'll tell you why I do it. Because if we was to dig into everyone's personal life and not support them because of what we find that the skeletons in their closet that we feel like we might not like, we won't be listening to nobody.
Right.
We'll have to, like, they want to say, oh, we're not listening to R. Kelly. First of all, if you're not listening to R. Kelly, you got to throw out all the songs he wrote for all of your favorite artists and all of that. Mm-hmm. So it's still, I'm not throwing away all my R. Kelly, honestly.
Oh man,
I'm not gonna. You ain't gonna catch me going to an R. Kelly concert, but I'm already programmed. I can't forget the songs that I already like. So we have to. So let's say for the people that didn't believe Michael Jackson, we got to toss him out.
Right.
We got to toss out Remy Ma. We got to toss out. It's so many people we got to toss out.
Well, does it change for R. Kelly for the simple fact that we know we have proof that he's done what he's been accused of? Whereas though Tory, we don't have a story. We don't have proof.
Well,
does it change?
No, that's definitely a factor. That's definitely a factor if you got proof. But it don't change how I feel about the music. For example, not only just with black people, but Woody Allen. He was I hope I'm not saying the wrong person. I believe it's Woody Allen. Film director. He married his stepdaughter, his adopted daughter, like when she was underage. Mm-hmm. And people still watching his movies. They don't say, oh, we're going to cancel him. Elvis Presley.
Wait, you said he was black?
Woody Allen? He's white.
Oh, okay.
Elvis Presley married Lisa Marie Presley when she was underage. No one's saying we're gonna cancel They can separate that, but when it comes to our artists, our black artists, is no, we canceling them and we can't listen to their stuff. So what? Come on.
Because people see it as you still supporting that artist. How do you feel about cancel culture in itself as an artist?
It's trash. Cancel culture as anything is trash. All right, for example, Meek Mill, right? I throw a lot of examples, right?
With the $20 thing.
Yeah, with the $20 thing. It's like, it's funny when you think about it. But then again, it's like, okay, y'all quick to jump on Meek Mill and say, oh, these kids, just like you, they black, they coming up, they just trying to hustle. And look, you preach all this black stuff and you don't want to help out these kids.
Right.
All right, so what about, look how quick they turn on them. What about just over Thanksgiving holiday, Meek Mill gave back to his community as he do every year, Christmas and Thanksgiving, and throughout the year. Mm-hmm. He's always giving back, giving coats to his old high school and different schools around Philly and helping with toy drives and stuff. This is stuff that he does routinely, yearly. But one thing come out where he brought a water for $20 that they were selling for maybe $3, which is already overpriced, and people saying cancel him.
He actually bought it. I thought he just gave them the $20 to split amongst themselves.
I'm not sure. I just seen him giving them. I think he brought the water. But either way, it's like, look how quick cancel culture is trying to cancel him for actually giving money when a lot of people just ride past these people and roll their window up.
Right.
But they overlook all that stuff in the past. Don't matter. But they'll say, oh, let's cancel him. He don't care about his people.
I think for Meek, it was more so of a coming from a guy who preached about going through the struggle, coming up from the struggle, and then you see these little black boys hustling, because you know Meek did preach about hustling back in his day. You see that, you would expect a person of Meek's status to maybe give them $20 each to split, or $5 each, whatever, not giving 6 to 8 kids $20 to split amongst themselves.
No, I definitely get that. But my counter is, when is enough enough? Not enough, or when is it enough? Because like I said, just last month and throughout the year, he been giving back all the time. So it's like, people got the mentality of, what have you done for me lately? So it's like, you know how they say, I could give you, every time you ask me for a favor, I could give you 10 favors. But the moment I say no, they turn on you. So it's like, when is enough? I don't look at it like he going against what he stand for, because I've seen the proof of what he do when it comes to the community.
Right.
Like, I don't think every time a situation comes up, we'll go broke if like, oh, all right, so what happens if he did give them $20 each, and then he went around the corner and it was more kids, let's say they were selling candy, and now those kids, let's say he didn't get them nothing. Let's say he like, oh, I don't want no candy. Mm-hmm. Now we back at the same place. People going to forget that he just gave them money and like, but what about these kids over here?
Right.
So it's like, when is enough enough?
Right. Okay. I understand.
That's my only thing.
Okay. And since we on the media topic, one more thing. as you see, so many celebrities have been joining OnlyFans as another way to hustle, quote unquote. How do you feel as an artist for like celebrities to break out from their music to make, ends meet?
Oh, I thought we was going into
when it's too low, too low.
Oh
no, not if you're gonna create an account. I mean, if you do, hey, but
nah. But actually, Meek, you shouldn't have recorded that shit though. He shouldn't have recorded.
That's why. That's another thing. A lot of people should stop publicizing certain acts because it makes it ingenuine at that. Like 6ix9ine when he stands on top of a truck.
Yeah. Although, and I'll get back to that after I answer your question.
Mm-hmm.
That's people are hustlers at the end of the day.
Is OnlyFans too low?
Is it too low? What do you mean too low?
Because
all right, so OnlyFans have the stigma of like, I mean,
for sex workers.
Yeah, but that's not what all it is. There's people on OnlyFans that like you can purchase a OnlyFans and they giving you cooking tutorials.
I mean, people have like switched it up.
But it got popular
right
because of sex workers.
Right.
But I'm just saying like there's other stuff you can do, so I don't mind it. Now the thing I do hate about the OnlyFans movement is this. I know a few people that's been on OnlyFans probably for about 2 years now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And these same girls that got OnlyFans now used to clown them. Oh, you got OnlyFans? Look at these. I'm trying not to use certain words.
Right.
But look at these females over here. Like, y'all don't value yourselves. How dare you?
Right.
And now fast forward, when they see the money attached to it,
mm-hmm.
their morals went out the window. And now everybody got OnlyFans. That's the only part I don't like. But as
you don't like the hypocrites.
Yeah. But as far as the act of having an OnlyFans, that don't bother me.
Okay.
I mean, you gotta get it somehow. Like,
even as a celebrity, though.
No.
Or maybe just not celebrity, but more so as a music artist, because I want you to put yourself into perspective as well.
No, because all right. So let's say, for an example, let's say I'm an artist. All right, let's put myself in there,
mm-hmm.
and let's say I create an OnlyFans, and you subscribe to me, and I give you exclusive content as far as like sneak previews on unreleased videos, unreleased songs,
mm-hmm.
etc.
Right.
As long as they're staying true to themselves and they're not just following a wave, I have no problem with it.
Okay.
Now, if you on there acting like damn Safari and having whatever, Nicki's ex and
right,
you just compromising.
Erica Mena.
Mm-hmm. Erica Mena. You compromising your morals and all this stuff. Now, if that's you, that's you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you been this way, cool. But if you just trying to do what everybody else doing,
right,
and that ain't you, then I gotta look at you sideways.
Okay.
Like, now you want to sell feet pics, bro? Like,
no, I feel you. Okay, well, I'm glad I got to pick your brain on that a little bit. You guys know what time it is. If you're a listener of Tea with MiraB, you know I gotta shine that Jersey spotlight on someone for the day. Today's Jersey light, Today's Jersey spotlight has to be shined on my guy Stone Cold Alston with his song "Old Me, New Me." Okay, Bam, we ready? All right, drop that.
I just fucked that hoe because she bougie, you fake. I can't wife you up because you choosy, no cake. When they ain't had no dough, she look right through me, no cake. Ain't want to hold me, you can't have a new me, too late.
Get that everywhere.
Like that, right? Available on all platforms. You just heard Stone Cold Alston with his single "Old Me, New Me."
You ain't want the old me, you can't have the new me.
Okay, and that's what's
no
up.
Cap.
Back then they didn't want me. You know the saying.
Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot. They all on me.
Okay.
Shout out to Houston. I was just out there.
Now, but when we were off air, I want you to actually say what you just said off air because that was such a great point. We actually had a mini debate saying how celebrities should stop trying to publicize when they do good deeds, and I want you to say your response to that.
So what I was saying was basically, I don't mind it. Cause it's like hindsight. I guess it's a catch-20. If we can show the money phones and show our jewelry and show us in a strip club,
right,
and we influence kids,
right,
like they think that stuff is cool, and because we're doing it, they want to do it. I think we should be able to show it on the positive side too. Like maybe us giving back is gonna influence kids to now become pillars in their community and want to. Maybe next time they walk past that person in need, instead of just walking past them or maybe laughing at them, maybe they'll help them. Mm-hmm. Or maybe they'll just give them some type of encouragement. Right. So I want to make this cool. I feel like I like what certain people doing.
You don't think that it takes away like the authenticity of it though?
I don't think so. And even if it do, people gonna always find something negative in anything you do. It doesn't matter. You could be the most positive person in the world. You could be smiling all day. Somebody gonna be like, well, like, look at this dimple. I don't like it. But like I could tell when it's disingenuous. Like when 6ix9ine be up there just throwing money. Like I could tell that's not real. That's not really coming from a real place. Mm-hmm. Like if an artist is out there giving back, and then he turn to the camera and say, and go download my album or go stream my album. I know it ain't coming from a real place. Right. But that still shouldn't stop us from doing our part. I feel like kids that's fans of Fat Boy, shout out to him, since we on Jersey. His fans, he's gonna spark something in those fans to wanna now go give back, have charity drives. That's gonna spark something. So if we can show the negatives, or not even the negatives, but the flashy side, we should be able to show the positive side too.
Absolutely. I think that you just really opened up a new light, because for real, I was against it. Like, it just makes it less genuine once you do that. But I never thought of it that way. Another
thing I was gonna say is, it's like we live in a society where damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because people will complain to death. They'll be like, oh, he don't give back. Like with the Meek Mill situation again, like he don't give back, he don't do nothing. But because if it's not on camera, it didn't happen in this generation. So it's like they'll be like, oh, he ain't doing nothing, he not giving back, and you could tell him, you be like, he give back all the time. Where? I don't see it. But then when he do, they be like, oh, why is this on camera? This shouldn't be on camera. So it's like people get like they always get on Drake about it. They be like, actually, not even Drake. Let me not get on, but it was a situation with J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar with the female rapper No Name. This is about during a protest. They was like, oh, your favorite rappers, she made the tweet, your favorite rappers out here, they out here making all these conscious songs and talking about they for their people, but where are they? I don't see them nowhere. But they was actually out there. They wasn't on camp. Well, eventually, footage came out of J. Cole and Kendrick from other people at the rallies and stuff, but they didn't put the footage out. So it was like, y'all kill these people because y'all don't see it happening. But if they was to put that footage out, then all you'll see in the comments is, oh, look, they doing this for publicity or clout.
Cancel. Right.
Yeah, so it's like, what can you do?
Right. Okay, I understand. Definitely opened a new light. I will say that, definitely. Now, before we get out of here, I want to make sure that I touch a little bit more on you and your career. Now, I know that you released Heartbreak Motivation Project.
Songs for Women.
Okay. Okay. What was the inspiration behind that?
Yeah, so originally, it was going to be called Heartbreak Motivation Songs for Women, but then I'm like, that's a long-ass title. So the thing is, it's songs for women. So I feel like females can relate to giving y'all something where I can tell stories from my perspective. So it's like you got the heartbreak, but then you got the motivation. So it's like if you cut yourself, it's going to heal eventually. So it's like you go through the pain, but then it heals up. So it's like I'm giving you both sides of the coin. That's basically where it came from. Okay.
Now, I see you had the Rihanna playlist that you got. So how did that come about? Is Rihanna like your woman crush, or why Rihanna?
So my ultimate woman crush is Megan Good. I know it's like...
What? I always say Megan Good has to be number one in Hollywood.
Love Megan Good.
So, never heard nobody agree.
And my boy actually did a movie with her, so I'm not talking to him no more. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Oh man.
Nah, he did do a movie, but
shout out to your boy.
That's my boy. But so Rihanna, I love Rihanna. So the thing is, right? If y'all listen to the song, in the song, in a verse, I actually name drop a lot of, probably all of Rihanna's albums, except I think Music of the Sun, because it's like that'll be a reach trying to fit that in the lyrics actually go on. What is it? Y'all go listen to the song.
Right.
Go listen to the song. But so I actually name dropped it. But then in the beginning of the song and then the outro it goes I like girls like Rihanna that don't come with no drama. They gonna turn up, get lit with you when they work in Rihanna. So it's basically like Rihanna is like she's chill. You don't really hear about her getting into too much drama. Mm-hmm. She do her. Mm-hmm. She get her money. She stay out the way.
Right.
So I figured, why not create a song in her likeness? Mm-hmm. And of course, it is a little clout chasing involved because I know if I name it Rihanna's playlist, that's going to catch people's eye. Mm-hmm. And some people on YouTube, they might actually think it's a Rihanna's playlist and click on it by mistake and give me that view.
And that's what's up. Okay.
So it's like, look, man, I'm not above clout chasing.
Would you call that clickbait?
Damn right.
Okay, well, like, you ain't ashamed of it. Well,
nah, but it makes sense though because like listening to the lyrics,
yeah,
as I broke down, it does tie into Rihanna. So it's not like a song where Rihanna's name is in the title and it got nothing to do with Rihanna at all.
Right.
So it's not one of them situations, but that's how I came about it.
Okay. Now I saw that you and your friends made it rain in McDonald's. Oh. Can you tell us about that? What was that about?
All right, so that was just so. First of all, that was All-Star Weekend in Charlotte.
Okay.
That's when I was living in Charlotte that year. I moved there at the perfect time.
Okay.
And it was just we didn't plan that. It was a spontaneous.
Oh, that's what's up.
Spontaneous thing. It just happened, and I captured it. Mm-hmm. That's it. It's a lot of.
Did y'all pick that up afterwards?
You said what?
Did y'all pick all that up afterwards? Y'all do a couple ones.
Nah, the guy actually kept that.
Okay.
If you can see in the video, she was like, quit your job right now and I'll make it rain. So some of them got it. Actually, if you see in the video, one of them jumped over the counter. So
see?
It wasn't
yeah.
Yeah, man. So stuff like that happen all the time. When you live, I just don't put a lot of stuff online. But if I was to, I'm going to start like vlogging my life. Mm-hmm. I'm about to get a camera and I'm going to start like giving y'all like a day-to-day, but stuff like that happens all the time.
Because we're in a digital age now, so you kind of got to do things that grasp, the
Definitely.
eye. Right. Mm-hmm. So I see that now you're getting into memes on your Instagram and stuff like that.
Okay.
So what is that about? Is that like strategic?
Okay, so I've been doing skits, or at least I wanted to, and I filmed a few probably back in like 2013 or so, where I've been into this, right? Mm-hmm. And people... It's crazy to me looking back now because people back then used to tell me, oh, you an artist, you don't need to be doing that. People not going to take you serious.
You got to do a little of everything these days.
And now, fast forward 6-7 years later, everybody's doing it.
Right.
So it's like, so now when I jump back in it, it's like, oh, he jumping on a wave. When really I feel like I was one of the original artists bringing that content. Did you let them stop
you? Like, is that because you say you started it back then, but you stopped?
No, I didn't. I mean, I guess you can say I fell back a little, but I didn't stop per se. Mm-hmm. It's just that with me falling back for music a little, it kind of collided a little. So at the same time as I was going through my behind the scenes issues with the music and the contracts and everything, I fell back from that. So of course I wasn't. If I'm not putting out music, it's like that's gonna be affected too.
Right.
So it's just coincidence.
Okay. Understood.
Nah, but you definitely gotta. Don't let nobody limit you on what type of content you're gonna create, because if you got the skills for it, if you got the talent for it, go and do it. Why would you limit yourself? If you could paint, Chris Brown is out here painting,
playing like, basketball,
directing music videos.
Right.
By the way, I create all of my treatments for my music videos, and if anybody need treatments, you can hit me up.
Shameless plug. Period.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, since we speaking on like talents or whatever, but yeah. So if you can, I don't care if you. I'll tell y'all right now. I'm coming out laughing just saying it. I'm doing a 10 to 15 minute comedy stand-up special within sometime in 2021.
Okay.
Be on the lookout for that.
Okay.
So it's like, if you got a talent for something, don't let people tell you, oh no, don't do that because it might not look. Do what you got to do. Donald Glover out here with his own TV shows. He's
right. He did stand up for a while too, under a whole new name. So listen, if he could do it, you could do it.
So if you want to do skits, you want to do whatever you want to do it. Do it.
Absolutely, absolutely. What can we expect from this stand-up special? How'd that come about? Like, were you always like a class clown or something?
Maybe. I'm always so. I guess I would say I'm sneaky funny. Like I'm not like out here trying to make jokes and shit, but I say some funny shit here and there. So people tell me I should do comedy. I started it as a joke. I stream on an app called Live It. I don't know if y'all want to if they ain't gonna pay y'all for that, y'all could X that out or whatever. But I did a little bit of it on there, and people was like, "You should get into comedy," and I was like, "Nah, I ain't trying to do all that. Like they ain't my lane." But I'm gonna do this 15-minute comedy special just to do it. I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna back out because I feel like, especially Kevin Hart, Mr. Chocolate Drop himself. Paul, I think I need to pause that, but he want to jump out here and start rapping. So now I'm about to jump in his lane. Okay. Because I can.
Right. Respectfully. And I feel like, you know what? I'm ready to see what you're going to bring to the table. What can we see? Is on YouTube? Like, what you thinking?
I'm not sure yet. Because I'm going to actually do it in a comedy. I don't know what space I'm going to do it in yet.
Right. Hopefully, it's in person.
It's going to be recorded, though. Yeah, there's going to be an audience there. It's going to be recorded. It's going to be recorded. And I'll probably put it on Instagram, maybe like IGTV or something. Actually, it's gonna go up on YouTube too. Okay. I just don't know the details and the particulars.
Okay. Now, as an artist, what would you say has been your biggest accomplishment thus far? You need to take some time to think about that.
Not going crazy.
You said not going crazy?
Not going crazy.
No, but seriously, what have you done?
No, seriously, I'm surprised I'm not depressed. With all the shit I've been through, and like just when it comes to music, like I okay, so I don't know we're gonna see this. It don't even matter. I hope the person watching, but part of the reason that I stopped doing music for years, not that I stopped, because I always been working and writing, and I've been for the past few years writing and co-writing for people behind the scenes. Right. So I ain't just been not doing nothing. But the reason I fell back as an artist a little bit until I can put things back together is because my old manager, their partner, screwed them over and stole a lot of money. I'm talking thousands of dollars. We can probably round it up to maybe $20,000. That money that should have been going into me and other artists that was under them careers. Right. So it's like just stuff like that alone. Or for example, I had maybe two situations where I all of my music was lost. When I moved to Charlotte in 2018, right before I left, I recorded about 30 songs. Literally, I came back about a month later, like coming back home. Someone then robbed the studio, broke in there, took all the equipment, so all my music. So that's the real reason why, because I was gonna put music out in 2018, but that pushed me back. Right. This is the second time that happened. What? I lost music.
Oh, you lost music. Okay.
Yeah, in about 2014 or whatever. Not the same exact situation, but I lost a lot of songs that set me back again. Right. So it's like I'm not depressed after all of this shit. So that's definitely my biggest accomplishment, that I'm still actually focused, motivated, and I'm still going as strong as I am. Wow. With all this stuff, because a lot of this stuff is not self-inflicted. Like, I can't control someone robbing the studio and taking, like, they took the monitors, they took the backup drives.
Was it your studio or no?
It was someone I know. Right.
But how did you guys recover from that? Well, that's a lot of money.
He got a new studio. I just recorded new stuff. Okay. I recorded new stuff. Like I said, this my first April 2020. My first time putting out music in about 5 years. Since April, I released at least 50 songs. Like I'm talking out on streaming platforms this year alone. So it's like I recovered by putting more output. That's it.
Okay. Well, let us know where we could keep up with you, how we can hear more music, how we can see what you got coming up next. Talk to us.
All right, so basically, next I would say, so I'm shooting a video for Rihanna's playlist, definitely.
Okay.
It's going to be a dope visual. I got a crazy idea. In the next 2 months, y'all should expect to see at least 4 new videos out. Probably next month, I got a new project I'm dropping called It'll Make Sense Later.
Okay.
That's dropping. 2021, you can expect to see probably 10 videos and 3 projects or whatever. I'm not letting up. We just getting started.
Okay. Where can we follow you on social media?
Stone Cold Alston. And that's the bottom line. No, I'm just kidding. Stone Cold Alston on Twitter. Stone Cold Alston on Instagram. Somebody on Twitter then took Stone Cold Alston. I'm kind of mad about that.
Man.
So I'm going to have to see them. But on Twitter, of course, I'm repping. My name is 2 Live Jersey.
Okay.
2 Live Jersey. You want to find me on Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal, Audio Mac, everywhere. Stone Cold Alston. ALSTON.
Okay. Now you guys know you're rocking with your girl MiraB on Tapping Radio. Stay tuned for Tea with MiraB every Tuesday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. on your airways, okay? See you guys next week.